Hey, I'm back. I don't remember what I was doing. I remember I didn't really like the way the house turned out. It doesn't look terrible. Looks a little weird. A little bit too tall. I'm level 1. That's cool. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. I got out of work today and nothing too remarkable happened. My dickhead manager was being... Oh my god, I already ruined it. There goes all my ad revenue. My dickhead manager is being a dickhead. You know, what do you expect? Oh, I have Hero of the Village. Wow. Oh, my cat's crying. Captain! Come here. Whatever. She's fine. You just got lost in the bathroom or something? There you go. I'm not going to worry about Hero of the Village. Let's go mending. You know what I want to do? I want to go make a new home. I want to go make a small cabin somewhere. I'm Garfield now. I think I was a clown last time. But yeah, I got out of work pretty successfully. Oh, little snow fox. It was a Saturday. It's the Saturday before, you know, Christmas. So, not a crazy amount of people are out. A lot of people are at home, getting prepared, getting ready for whatever family gatherings they have. I hope everybody has some nice family gatherings planned for their Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. You know what's really funny is my mom was giving me shit. Right? You know, as any longtime viewers of the channel may know, longtime viewers, this channel's been existent for about 2 months, 3 months, something like that. This is cool. Let's just take this fucking elytra and fly, dude. I should remember my coordinates. I think it's like negative 100, negative 150 or something like that. It's been a month or 2 since I've been on this world. Anyone who's been watching this channel and has listened to me complain before knows that I don't have the most wonderful relationship with my mom. Regardless, I still see my mom at least once a month. Normally like every other week. Sometimes they rope me in there for a couple days out of the week. With promises of... What the hell's that? Oh, it's water. Promises of food. Free food is always a way to get me into your house if you guys are ever plotting a way to get me in your home and trap me for an extended period of time. You can just promise me food and I'll probably come over. It's got to be good food, though. Get me a lasagna. Because I'm Garfield. It's over at my parents' house. And I made that joke. I was talking to my niece about something, and I joked about how I've gone so far left on the political spectrum that I've gone back right. Because I was like, I'm fucking tired of happy holidays, dude. Just say Merry Christmas. I don't care. It doesn't matter. The season's tidings, you know, it's all the same shit. You're all just telling somebody to have a good time. I'm not being insensitive by giving you a greeting that is appropriate for my traditions. You're just being a little baby by being like, that's not what I celebrate. I don't give a shit. I'm not telling you Merry Christmas because I think that you celebrate Christmas. I'm telling you Merry Christmas because I celebrate Christmas. You can tell me Happy Hanukkah. And then I'd said, you know, or Kwanzaa. And my mom was so far right-leaning. Shit, is this west? That's south. That means this is... Stop fucking shooting me. It's your problem. What did I do to you? Come on, I'm just taking some of your wood. she's like, Kwanzaa's not real. And I was like, what? and, and she's like, that's not a real holiday. And I was like, I think it is. Now, hear me out. Since this conversation has happened, I have yet to look it up. So, for all I know, she's right. But I'm pretty sure Kwanzaa's a real holiday. And she was like, it's not real. It was something made up in the early 2000s to make... This is why I think that she was wrong and is just a psycho conspiracy theorist. To make people who celebrate Christmas feel bad. And I was like, is my entire world snow, by the way? What's going on? This feels a little weird. Why can I not get out of the snow? I didn't even do large biomes when I made this world. Anyways. To make people who celebrate Christmas feel bad. And I was like, that sounds insane. You could have gotten me with like it was made up for some reason, but that's not the reason I'm going to believe. I'm sorry. You can't get me with that reason. Now, I should do my due diligence and actually look into what the holiday even is. I believe it's a holiday that originates somewhere in Africa or Eurasia. Somewhere on the eastern side of the world. I don't know. I'm American. You think I'd pay attention to what exists outside of America? Yeah, I'm gonna keep this on so that when I do kill things, I could get some repairing. Oh, damn, bro, he juked this shit out of me. He can still live for that, you know? I should really be using this one. Anyways. See, he went out the window again. That bunny knows what's up. Knows how to avoid capture. My point with... Did I not grab the smithing templates out of the last one? There were definitely smithing templates in the last one that I just didn't grab. Oh well. My point with this being, whatever fuck-ass holiday you do or do not celebrate, I hope you have a good one. I hope you have plans for it. These repair when they're broken, right? Am I crazy? So, okay, yeah, there we go. They do. Oh, what do you have? Unbreaking. Check that out. Did you also drop one? What did you drop? Oh, banner. I, on the other hand, don't think I have incredible plans lined up. I'm supposed to go over to my parents. I've done a really bad job about like my Christmas shopping this year. I've gotten one of my brothers something. I don't know what to get my other brother. I've gotten... I'm using this one. I've gotten a couple of friends some things. Some of them I've gotten more than others because others are harder to shop for. I do that typical, you know... I'm not, in most cases, a very stereotypical man. And I don't mean that in like a pick-me sort of way. I mean that in like I'm very secure in my own body and who I am as a person. So I don't have to fit these like male stereotypes in order to feel a certain comfortability within my own body. But one male stereotype that I fit all too well is I will know a friend for years. I've known my friend for about, I want to say 5 years. That's a good time. That's a long time for me specifically. I've had friends for long times, but probably my longest friend has been about 5 years at any given time. For no particular reason. Well, there is a particular reason. In high school, I was terrible at maintaining friendships. I would just randomly stop talking to people one day. I don't do that as an adult. I've only been an adult for 5 years. Oh, that sucks. What the fuck? Anyways. I've known my friend for about 5 years. No idea what to get her. I found like a little patch on Etsy. My girlfriend recommended I look on Etsy for her. And I realized, I was like, well, I don't really know what she likes. And she was like, well, what are you talking about? And I was like, I know she majors in like anthropology. She's got her master's in it. But I don't, other than like her major, I don't really know what I know she's like into Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I ended up like looking up, things for anthropology people, people, things for anthropology majors, and I found like a cute little patch that I picked up, and I was like, it could be. I'm still, I want to say appalled at the fact that I've only been in snow biomes. I've traveled over 3,000 blocks. What's going on? Anyways, I found like a cute little patch that I picked up. But, that's not like a Christmas present. That was something that cost me like $3 and isn't, not that like the size of the gift matters, but it's not something that, do you have thorns? Is that what hit me? Psycho. It's something that looks like it's a supplemental gift. Let's put it that way. It's nice to get, and it's cool, but it's very much not a main show. So, get my ass beat. I'm just trying to pick up some. That's a pretty good amount, actually. Oh my god, not snow. Also a cute little village. I'm not visiting the village, I don't care. But yeah, I don't know what to get my friends. But I also hate shopping off of a list. I just think that I'm like a shit gift giver. Because I feel like if I'm shopping off of a list, then it's... Not that it's insincere, but it's not coming from me as much as it's like... It's coming from me, obviously. I'm buying it. But it's not something that I can proudly be like, yeah, I thought that you would like this because I know you so well. Why is this full of a bunch of garbage? Get rid of that. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm certain I have a plethora of that junk. It's just different. I don't know how else to explain it other than it means more when it's something that I thought of that you liked. And not just me being given instructions on how to be a good friend. I was scheduled at my work. God, I hate this place. I hate working there so much. I actually don't. I'm going to be honest. I don't hate working there. I hate one specific manager. I've never given anybody's name on this channel before. This man's name is Sean. Oh my god. Do I hate Sean with a burning, fiery, swelled up passion. I could string together every single slur in every single known language, and it would not describe how much I hate this man. He drives me nuts. Holy shit. And it's honestly just because everything that he does, he's just such a prick about it. He acts like he's just on top of the world. The man got suspended from work. Don't know how he didn't get fired, by the way. He got suspended from work for drinking on the clock. Video footage of him drinking on the clock. And he didn't get fired. He got suspended and placed under investigation. What they did on that investigation, couldn't tell you. But he didn't get fired over it. What you doing in here, freak? What is fireflies? He comes back to work. Gets my favorite manager fired. Orchestrates this shit to get my favorite manager fired, to get the spotlight taken off of him. Huh? My favorite manager gets fired. Oh my god. Whatever, right? Sucks ass. Now, somebody needs to take his spot. This guy took his spot. Now he's sitting there doing all the stuff that my manager's supposed to do, but a significantly worse job at it. You hear the music? The music is swelling right now because of how upset I am. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go atop a mountain. I would like to build a little cabin atop a mountain. This is good. I like up here. If I go over there, I'm not going to be able to get enough wood to build a little cabin. Put this back on so I can get a little bit of mending on it. I got dropped a potato. I could start a potato farm up here as well. It's crazy that guy didn't hit me, by the way. Anyways. This guy, my availability at work is that I cannot work Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every other day of the week, free game. And it's been like that for school. School is no longer in session. That doesn't. Hey, hang on. Let's backtrack. Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Not available. This guy scheduled me 3 Tuesdays in a row. I got a. It wasn't a write-up. He said I got like a improper call-out on my record for not calling out one of those days. Even though I did. I gave them a heads up like 3 days beforehand. And then again the day before. Saying, hey, I'm not going to be able to be here tomorrow. Or Tuesday, depending on which day I was talking to them. Because I have class. And it's already showing on my availability that I can't go. So, not my fault. And the day of, I forgot to call beforehand. And, you know, I was still... I was trying to be as respectful as possible. Even though I didn't fuck up. It was their mistake. I was trying to be as respectful as possible about things. And I forgot to call out beforehand. 30 minutes after my shift was supposed to start, I remembered and I called and I was like, hey, my bad, I forgot to call. I'm just letting you guys know, like, I'm not coming in for the 3rd time. And they were like, why are you calling after your shift was supposed to start? And I was like, because I already told Sean 2 other times that I couldn't come in. I come back to work. Sean's gone because he was on suspension. He comes back from suspension and he goes, you never talked to me about not being able to come in. I said, yes, the fuck I did. And he said, no, you didn't. And I said, yes, I did. And he said, no, because I've been out for 2 weeks. I was in the hospital. I said, bullshit, you were not in the hospital. Also, I spoke to you when the schedule first came out that I wasn't going to be able to make it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. You can't gaslight me into thinking that you weren't here for 2 weeks. You weren't here for a week because you were under investigation for drinking on the clock. Big whoop. There's literally a Google review on our store. Somebody saying all the staff was great except one of the managers reeked of alcohol. I guess he enjoys the bar just as much as the guests do. That is an insane review to have on your company. Holy shit. And that man isn't fired. Bizarre. Bonkers. Cuckoo crazy. Don't know what else to say about it, right? Anyways. And then he tells me it's going down and my record is an improper call out. I don't care. Dude, this is a minimum wage job, right? The only saving grace of this, the only reason why I haven't left yet is because I get anywhere from $100 to like $300 in tips whenever I serve. And on occasion, I've left nights with $800 in tips, $600 in tips. That's the only reason why I'm still here. If it was not for the fact that our prices are so outrageously high that everybody tips insanely well, there would be no reason for me to continue working at this location. Anyways, at the end of the day, it's a minimum wage job, right? So, some time passes. We're getting the schedule for this upcoming week, Christmas week. Our schedules are from Wednesday to Tuesday. The start of our week is Wednesday. Again, I do not have Tuesday or Thursday available on my schedule. And I check my schedule. I'm not in school anymore, right? I have, the next couple of weeks off. Actually, I have the next month off because I'm skipping the intersession. We're on an intersession schedule. I'm skipping the intersession, so I have the next month and a half off. And I check my schedule, and I'm scheduled on Tuesday and Thursday. Weird. And I went up to my store manager, and I said, hey, what the heck? Why am I scheduled on Tuesday? And she looked at me and she said, oh, I don't know why he scheduled you that day, but isn't that for school? Why is that a problem? And I said, that's a problem because that's what my availability is. I don't care what it's for, or if that's still in session, or whatever your reason is, that is what my availability is. If you guys want to schedule me outside of my availability because you suspect that I will be free those days, you got to run it by me first, because I have plans for Tuesday, the 23rd of December. I am going to have a small little party at my house with my friends. You know why I did that? You know why I planned that day specifically? Because I anticipated having that day off, because my availability reflects as such. And she was like, so you won't be able to come in? And I said, not a shot in hell. You are crazy if you think I am canceling my party and coming in here instead. Oh, sorry guys. My work disrespected my schedule and now I have to go into work. You guys can't come over anymore. What the hell? So anyways. She takes me off the schedule for that day. She's like, sorry about that. I'm like, it's all right. I don't really care that much, right? It's just a little frustrating that I got to deal with it, because this is now the 4th Tuesday in a row that I've been scheduled outside of my availability. And now you guys are trying to pretend like it's because I'm outside of school. No, this is the first time that it's been outside of my availability that I've been outside of school. You guys just keep copy and pasting the same shift over and over again. And I don't know, you're like trying to pretend that it's not that. And when I told them that, I was like, you guys are literally copy and pasting the same shift over and over again. It's kind of driving me nuts. They were like, yeah. I was like, what do you mean, yeah? Anyways. Does this look all right? Does this look reasonable? Yeah, I like it. So, whatever, and then I was also scheduled. Oh my god, this is what pisses me off about this place. I was scheduled. This is going to be the smallest little cabin known to man, but that's why it's a cabin. It's a little cramped. A little bit too cramped for my liking. It's one of those houses that looks bigger on the outside. Anyways. days. I'm happy with that. And then we could come down here with this. And you should be right here, I think. In my time of working at this place, I have been scheduled every single holiday. I was scheduled President's Day, Memorial Day, you know, all the minor ones that, like, government people, you know, government workers have the day off, but, like, nobody else, everybody else just kind of sees it as, like, you know. What is going on here? Why are you there? Am I stupid? Why did I do that? But then I had Halloween I worked, Thanksgiving I worked, and then I was scheduled the Tuesday leading into Christmas, which I'm, again, unavailable, then Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, and then my time off request for New Year's Eve got rejected. And I said, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Are you trying to make me blow my brains out? What the fuck? And they're like, well, you have to work holidays. And yet we are open every day of the year. It's fucking terrible. Well, you have to work holidays. It's in the contract that you signed. Do I gotta work every single holiday? Because I know people who are my coworkers who have not worked a single one of these holidays. So why do I have to work every holiday? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It doesn't make any dollars. It doesn't make any pennies. Stop doing it to me. So I got my... I'm going to do these, actually. I'm going to make stairs out of these. Just turn all of them into fucking things. So I got my Christmas off. Which I guess I'm going to spend with my family. I kind of don't even want Christmas off. I was just kind of upset about it. Christmas also lands on a Thursday, though. Outside of my availability. Again. And they're like, but it's Christmas. And I was like, so? I don't give a shit. That's outside of my availability. As per, like, months. That's not something that, like, I just did orchestrating some plan. It happened to work out that way for me. You know, boo-hoo for you. I don't give a shit. Maybe have more reliable workers. That's not going to work the way I want it to. If I do it like this. Anyways. Work there sucks. I hate them. They hate me. But here's the thing, they can't get rid of me because I'm the only goddamn worker there that does their job, like, his job. Nobody else there does their job. They all suck at it. No, I shouldn't say nobody else. There's a good amount of people there that do their job and aren't total garbage at what they do. My store manager was sympathizing with me. I don't want to paint the picture like she was being a bad person either. She was being chill about it. She was like, yeah, I don't really know what his deal is. I don't know why he's denying people's time off requests. And then he gets mad when they call out on that very day. Like, they tried doing it the proper way and you denied it. That's not their problem anymore. And I was like, exactly. That's not my problem anymore. So I don't know why we're pretending like I'm doing something wrong when I'm going to call out on New Year's Eve. I haven't been scheduled New Year's Eve yet. That schedule hasn't come out. My time off request got denied, though. I'm not doing that. We ain't doing no No, none of that. All right? That's all I can tell you. Oh, I could start my potato farm. That's right. Actually, I want to keep these. Put a couple of these out there. Let's get some of this. We'll call that an episode. I learned that these place depending on where you are standing in relation to the block that you are placing them on. They always place in this bottom right. See that? Interesting. Very cool. It's not done. We will return next time. Thank you guys for watching this holiday special of Minecraft. This isn't a holiday special. Ooh, I should do one of those. Let's do a holiday special. That'll be fun. Anyways, until next time, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa.